Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there, of course, on Analysis Playground forever. And we're going to talk about how the Golden State Warriors beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 111 to 85. The Timberwolves go to 27 and 19 and 15 and 8 at home. The Warriors go to 26 and 21, 9 and 14 on the road. Golden State won the first quarter 24 to 19, but they lost the second quarter 27 to 23. And then the game was basically over after they won the third quarter 38 to 17. They never looked back after that because they won their fourth quarter also 26 to 22. Everybody that was healthy was able to play for the Warriors. So let's talk about the Warriors first. The only starter to not score in double figures was Draymond Green. He only had 2 points, mainly because he went 1 of 5 from the field and 0 of 3 from the three-point line in 23 minutes. He also had 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, and 2 personal fouls. And 1 offensive rebound was a plus 14 and plus minus. Although he basically missed all the shots besides 1, he did a good job of finding his teammates and playing defense as he always tries to do. Al Horford, he got to start. Remember, no Jimmy Butler. 23 minutes, 10 points, 4 of 7 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. He brought a big, strong body that can space the floor and score in the paint when he wants to. And when his teammates find him, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers. But he also had a steal in the block. He can do that for you. 1 personal foul, plus 7 and plus minus. And then Steph Curry led the way for them offensively. 28 minutes, 26 points. He did go 7 of 18 from the field and 3 of 10 from 3. But he kept attacking, kept driving, kept switching it up enough, and was even able to go to the free throw line and go 9 of 9 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds and 7 assists. The 7 assists ended up being the most on the team. 2 turnovers, 4 steals. The 4 steals ended up being the most on the team. 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and the plus 16 and plus minus. And Moses Moody, 28 minutes, 19 points, 7 to 15 from the field, 5 of 9 from 3. He had the open look, so why not take them, especially when you're making them. 8 rebounds, that was the most off in the starting lineup and more than anybody off the bench. So that's game high for the rebounds. And you wouldn't think Moses Moody would have done it, but it was his night to do it. 2 assists, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, 1 personal foul, and a plus 13 and plus minus. Brandon Podziemski, 22 minutes, 12 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. The 6 assists ended up being the most on the team also, besides Steph Curry having 7, so he finished second basically. 2 turnovers, 4 steals. The 4 steals was tied for the most with Steph Curry also. 3 personal fouls and a plus 16 and plus minus. Trace Jackson Davis, 3 minutes. He only had 1 point because he went 1 or 2 from the free throw line. He did have an assist, no turnovers, still in the block. And 1 personal foul was a plus 5 and plus minus. Santos, 21 minutes, 7 points, 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 6 boards. The 6 boards ended up being the most off the bench. He also had 2 assists, no turnovers, 2 steals, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and a plus 10 and plus minus. Quentin Post, 16 minutes, 5 points, 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 2 personal fouls, and a plus 20 and plus minus. Buddy Hield, 17 minutes, 4 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line, 2 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 block, 2 personal fouls, and a plus 11 and plus minus. Gary Payton, second, 9 minutes. He didn't score a basket because he didn't attempt any shots or no free throws. He did get 1 rebound, 1 assist, no turnovers, 1 offensive board, and that was the only one that he had when it comes to rebounds. 3 personal fouls and a minus 6 and plus minus. And then DeAnthony Melton scored the most points off the bench with 12. He went 4 of 13 from the field. The 13 shots was the most off the bench. He also went 1 of 5 from 3 and 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 3 boards, 4 assists. The 4 assists was the most off the bench. He did have 3 turnovers and a steal, one personal foul was a +7, and plus minus. LJ Cryer, 3 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 2 from the field. He made a three, missed one. That was his only shots. One rebound, no turnovers, no offensive fouls or anything of that nature. No personal fouls, and a +5 and plus minus. And Pat Spencer, 3 minutes. He ended up taking no shots or no free throws also, but he did have one rebound, no turnovers in the steal, no personal fouls, and a +5 and plus minus. And then Will Richard, 24 minutes, 10 points. It was the other guy that got in double figures. Him and Milton was the only ones to score in double figures and get double figures in any statistical category. But he went 4 of 9 from the field and 2 of 5 from three. He also had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 3 steals. One offensive rebound, one personal foul, and a +7 and plus minus for him. And then the Timberwolves, they played everybody too, but they didn't shoot the ball that great. And they didn't even make their free throws, and that just made it harder for them to be able to win. If it wasn't DiVincenzo or Anthony Edwards, nobody really scored that much. Julius Randle, 35 minutes, 11 points. He went 3 of 11 from the field and 0 of 4 from three, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He just couldn't make a shot from the field in this one, but he did have 6 assists. That always helps. 5 rebounds, 1 turnover, 3 steals, and a block, 2 personal fouls, and a -15 and plus minus. Jaden McDaniels, 28 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 8 from the field, 1 of 1 from three. He missed too many shots also. When you have two starters that shoot this poorly, you have a good chance of losing because he wasn't the only one that shot poorly, and Randall wasn't either. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, turnovers, 1 steal, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and a -13 and plus minus. Rudy Gobert, 24 minutes, 4 points, 2 of 3 from the field. Good game from him. He just didn't take a lot of shots and get a lot of opportunities. But he had 5 rebounds and no turnovers. But he also didn't have a steal or a block, which is something you want to see him do every game, but it just didn't happen. It's not guaranteed, but he did have one offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and a -21 and plus minus. Dante DiVincenzo, 32 minutes, 22 points. He didn't shoot the ball that great either. He went 7 of 19 from the field, but he went 6 of 15 from three. His only other shot that he made was a finish, and that was it. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 7 rebounds. He also had 5 turnovers and no assists. That doesn't help that much either. But he was passing. His teammates just wasn't scoring or taking the shots. 1 steal, 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and a -21 and plus minus for him. Anthony Edwards, 34 minutes, 32 points. He had the drives, the mid-range, and the three going for him, and he did it efficiently. At one point, it seemed like he was the only person that could score on the team, and it just wasn't enough to keep him in the game and put him in a position to where they was able to win it. 13 of 20 from the field, 20 shots was the most on the team. He also went 4 of 7 from the three-point line, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He grabbed 11 boards. That was the most on the team, so he finished with a double-double. 2 assists. He also had 8 turnovers, getting caught up in his own mind, trying to trick and do all these things to the defense, and sometimes it worked, most times it didn't when it came to doing, too much. 1 block, 2 offensive rebounds, no personal fouls, and a -16 and plus minus. Joe Ingles did hit a three late in the game. That was the only shot that he took, so he finished with 3 points in 5 minutes. He also had 1 assist, 1 turnover, no personal fouls, and a -4 and plus minus. Leonard Miller, 5 minutes. He missed his only shot, which was a three. He had 2 rebounds and 2 turnovers. 1 offensive rebound, no personal fouls, and a -4 and plus minus. Beringer played 5 minutes. He only got 2 boards because he didn't score because he didn't take a shot or a free throw, but he had 2 blocks. 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and a -4 and plus minus. And Nas Reed played the most minutes off the bench, which was 25. Didn't matter much because he didn't score either. He went 0 of 4 from the field and 0 of 2 from three and 0 of 2 from the free throw line. The best thing he did for himself today was have 10 boards, and they needed it. 1 assist and 2 turnovers and a block. 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and a -9. Mike Conley, 16 minutes, 2 points. He went 2 of 2 from the free throw line, had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 1 steal. 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and was a -14 and plus minus. Jalen Clark, 9 minutes, 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, and a -8. And plus minus. Bones Highland, 16 minutes, 5 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from the 3 point line, 1 of 3 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 3 assists. The 3 assists ended up being the most off the bench. And then he also had no personal fouls and was a +3 and plus minus. And then Rob Dillingham, 5 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 1 rebound, no turnovers, no personal fouls, and a -4 and plus minus. The bench didn't really bring much. The starting lineup didn't either. Outside of Anthony Edwards, it was just a rough, tough night for the Timberwolves. They just couldn't get anything going, even if it was open, even if it was a drive, even if it was a free throw. They went 12 of 20 from the free throw line. That was only 60%. They went 13 of 38 from 3. 34%, they ain't the worst percentage ever, but when you look at the fact that they took 79 field goals and only made 38% of them, you knew they had a good chance of losing. It was a struggle for any team to win when they shoot that bad. The Warriors, they shot 95 field goals. They shot 42%. 51 three-pointers. They shot 31%, but they went to the free throw line and shot 16 of them and shot 94%. Minnesota did out-rebound on 50-45, but they only had 16 assists because a lot of the isolation baskets came more than they got assisted baskets. But they had 16 assists while the Warriors had 31. 25 turnovers for the Timberwolves, 12 for the Warriors, 6 steals for the Timberwolves, 20 for the Warriors, and both teams had 5 blocks. 10 offensive rebounds for the Timberwolves, 6 for the Warriors, 40 rebounds defensively for the Timberwolves, 39 for the Warriors, and then 16 personal fouls for the Timberwolves, 20 for the Warriors. And like I said, it didn't matter how many times they fouled the Timberwolves. They wasn't making their free throws anyway, and they really wasn't making any shots. Easy win for the Warriors. They defended well, but the Wolves beat themselves a lot too in this game. They've been doing that a lot throughout the season. It's hard to play 82 games and give your best and try to do your best, and it works out for you a lot of the time. You're going to lose a lot of those games for energy. You're going to lose a lot of those games just because whatever the reasons are. That's why we never seen the team go 82-0. It's hard to get up for every single game and play at a high level every single game. And the teams that have done it have got a lot of love and a lot of praise over NBA history because they see how tough it is and how hard it is to grind at that level, practice, and then this, and then this, then play a game over and over again for 82 games. And now you got the cup too. It's hard to stay motivated. It's hard, physically, and it's hard just to play your best even when you're trying to give it. So I understand that the Wolves, not making excuses for them, but this was a bad game for them. There's not much to take away from this one. They can take this one, throw it right in the garbage. The Warriors, they needed the win. They're still trying to lock up a playoff spot. They got to stay in that play-in conversation or better. They're doing it right now. We'll see how long they can keep it up. And if they can keep it up, hopefully they do. Anytime you can have Steph Curry in the playoffs, that's something that you definitely want to see as a fan of basketball. So, Anthony Edwards, it looked like they're going to make it. We got to see if the Warriors will be able to make it. Other than that, y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Other than that, see y'all later today, hopefully.